Hey guys, I'm at Outdoor World here in Grapevine. I wanted to show you an example of inflation and supply chain shortages. This is the boat section of Outdoor World. As you can see, they have, I believe, 5 models of boat out on display. Typically, in past years when I've come here, in past months, they've had probably 20 models of boat all out here to choose from, but they're just carrying like a single take of each style. You notice there's like one speedboat, one of the trollers, well, 2 speedboats actually, one of the trollers, one of the pontoons. They're not carrying a full selection like they typically have in the past. Not only that, but they used to have a bunch of ATVs and 4-wheelers over here, and they're not carrying any. There are 0. Right now over here, they basically stocked this area with paddle boats, kayaks, things like that. And this whole outdoor area out here used to be just stocked full of boat models. There might have been 20 boats that used to be out here outside at Outdoor World, and now there are none. This entire area, Outdoor World Bass Pro Shops, this entire area, this is their boat center. There's not a single boat out here, not a one. Neither they're not getting them in, or because of inflation, people aren't buying them and they cleared out their inventory. You know, I hadn't been here in about 2 months, but about 2 months ago, this thing was full, completely full of boats. There is 0 boats here. Remember the Walmart video I showed you where about 1/3 of their floor space was being walled in and covered up and they pretended it didn't exist? Well, look at Outdoor World. Now they've turned this into an emergency exit only. This used to be a door that was open all the time that you could go out to their boat center. So now they're considering this, because they put an emergency exit only sign on it and the alarm, which they didn't used to have, and this keypad, which they didn't used to have on the inside. They're basically walling off their boat center and saying, we don't have any boats. That's astounding. This used to be one of the largest boat centers in my area. Of course, there are stores dedicated completely to boats that have more. But I mean, this is the largest one within 10, 15 square miles where I live, and there's 0 boats outside. I actually walked up from this direction and saw this and thought, man, I'm gonna have to make a video. So that boat center is closed down. This used to have the ATV and 4-wheelers, and then there used to be more boats out on the floor dating back, or pushing back all the way back there, 2 aisles. No more ATVs, 4-wheelers. They're stocking a bunch of low-end products, cheaper products that people can afford to buy and probably they can get in stock. This all here used to be ATVs and boats, and now they brought a couple of extra racks of supplies, extra fishing poles. This whole section, this section and the next section is fishing poles. So they've replaced boats with fishing poles. And this other stock, which is lower priced items. And they only have 5 boats for display. I used to count about 40 to 45 models at this location. The other thing I wanted to point out is that the ammo is very, very expensive. Now, part of this is due to the lack of lead smelters in the US. Those are being phased out for environmental reasons, so we have to import a lot of our lead for our ammo, and that's made ammo more expensive. Plus, there's been runs on ammo dating back the last 5 to 6 years at different times for political reasons during the last 2 administrations. So ammo has been getting more expensive the last 5 to 6 years, but I was looking at .223 ammo, which you used to be able to get for about 20 cents a round a few years ago. It's trading at 75 cents a round here at the store, generic brands, and the more expensive brands are, of course, more than that. So this is what we're seeing because of inflation and supply chain shortages. They're stocking up on cheaper items. You've got tons of fishing poles, lack of high-end items, and lack of availability on items that people buy every day that they're interested in. Just another example, just like the Walmart, of the lack of goods available. And they have a lot of this stuff. They have a lot of these that they have brought out and put in the middle of the store that have these cheaper end items, like these $30 Gerber throws. How many throws and blankets do you need? And then, of course, all of this down the middle used to be, the 4-wheelers is now all stocked with these little crates of inexpensive items, a lot of Christmas toy type stuff. Santa's Wonderland instead of the boat center. Santa's Wonderland used to be the boat center. So high-end items, gone. Still have a few. I mean, they have a few of the boating accessories, which don't sell as fast. That's probably why they still have them. The grills, oh, by the way, small grill, $500 to $700. They used to be quite a bit cheaper than that. You used to be able to get a small grill, like a small wood pellet grill, for $200 to $300. Now they're starting at $700 and $800, and the high-end grills are going $1,500. So again, just an example of the issues that we're having. I'll come back and say more after we're done in the store. Okay, so now I'm on the outside, and here's the tracker boats Super Center. It's got a big sign outside, Tracker Boats, fish the finest. And then this sign over here, Tracker Boat Super Center. You guys, zoom in on that video, you can see it. And again, 0 boats. Now they do have some boat trailers out there, but 0 boats in their boat super center. It went from being a boat super center to being a non-boating store. Look at that. All the signs I have outside, Tracker, Mako, Nitro, Tahoe. Okay, and there's the doors I was at earlier. You used to be able to freely walk in and out of those. You could walk from the outside into the store that direction. And that's why they have on the sides, you can see the metal detectors or the merchandise detectors to detect if you walked out with merchandise. Why? Because you used to be able to walk in those doors. They didn't used to be an emergency exit. And they've replaced it with this goofy fish tank, this massive fish tank that didn't used to be here. And then they made it like this is the edge of the store. This is all new, this fish tank and all this, they just did that. Brand new. And again, no boats at the Boat Tracker Super Center. Can you imagine? There used to be boats out there. They used to put boats on that little walkway area. I mean, they have more boats than you can count. Probably 30 or 40 different models and maybe 70 to 80 individual pieces of boat. And now all they got is a few trailers and nothing else. Look at that. That, my friends, is supply chain issues, and it's inflation. They're getting rid of some high-end items people can't afford. They're getting too damn expensive. You know, boat prices have gone up 30, 40, 50% just in the last few months because you import a lot of the goods and supplies needed to make them. A lot of it's probably sitting off port, but a lot of it they probably don't have and probably can't get. That's amazing. Just like the Walmart video, but this time Bass Pro Shops, Outdoor World. They're able to stock their store with inexpensive items, cheap items. You saw 3 times the amount of fishing poles they've ever had. Why? Because a lot of it's under $100 items for the holidays. A lot of it's stuff like throw pillows and stuff. You don't see a lot of it Outdoor World. The big Santa center they put there just to take up floor space, and there's no damn Santa. Did you see a Santa there? They've got it out, what, a month and a half early? There's no Santa there. They're just taking up space. They're not going to have Santa there probably till sometime in December. It's like a month that Santa Center sits there just to say, hey, this is how we're merchandising it. But look, they got nothing. Nothing. It's spreading across the supply chain. It's spreading across retail, I'm telling you. And we've got more, guys. We're going to document more. We're going to document retail floor space that has been in high-end areas that has completely gone out of business. Stay tuned for that next. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. We appreciate it. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share, and hit that notification button so you get those notifications when new content comes out. If you like what we're doing here, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Those members of Patreon will get extra special content delivered to them as well.